Today's episode is sponsored in part by Grand Forks Best Source. They're a cutting edge local media broadcasting studio with captivating shows, on location event coverage, and unparalleled advertising opportunities. Grand Forks Best Source has become a haven for podcasters like me seeking to bring their visions alive. If you're a podcaster looking for studio or platform, or a local business seeking to advertise, go ahead and email Paul at local@gfbestsource.com. You can call him at 701-740-9337, or you can go to their website that's listed on your screen there, gfbestsource.com. Tell them Mama T sent you. Welcome, everybody, to season 4, episode 9 of The Buzz with yours truly, Mama T. Yes, I wasn't able to make it last week. You can kind of tell my voice is just getting back. I had laryngitis for a week, this was the first time I've ever had laryngitis. I've never lost my voice before. And for anybody who actually knows me, do you know how nuts I was going not being able to speak? But let's welcome our guest, Laura Auer. She is the most wonderful singer. I just have,
Oh,
for real, Laura. I just happened to be sitting over in my friend's garage, and this guy shows up that I've known for a few years, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you gotta check this chick out for your show." And I'm like, "What chick?" And he's like, he's telling me about you, and remember Lonnie from the store, from that little thrift shop over in Erskine? Yeah, yeah. And he is like, "Oh, play your music, play your music." Oh, and he kept spelling your last name over and over and over. I'm like, "Dude, I'm already messaging her. Calm down. I already found her. I'm already messaging her. I'll get her
that's
on."
so kind. Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I am so glad we were finally able to connect because um, everybody can tell that we came on a little late. We were having a little technical issues, and then
Yeah, but we
yeah,
fixed it.
yep, we fixed it. That was after. See, I'm so glad you were able to show up today because I know you had a scheduling conflict, and I am so
Oh, no
grateful that
problem.
you're able to at least give me a half an hour.
Oh, of course. My pleasure. Yeah. So it was a pleasure to meet your friend. I was in the area on tour. We just got back a few weeks ago, and I believe in that area we were playing. Yeah, we were playing near Grand Forks. We went all over the Midwest with my little crossover duo. We call it a classical crossover duo because I'm a pop vocalist with classical background, and I tour with a classical operatic tenor, and the two of us sing duets together. And in vein of Andre Bocelli and Celine Dion, that kind of a thing. And so we were just touring the entire Midwest. And so on my day off, I was looking for a cup of coffee, and I stumbled into your friend's vintage shop, and it was really fun.
And then Erskine is a cute little town. I mean, I know
Yes.
you ate over at Nescafe.
Yes. I think we stayed in a little bungalow, which was super, super cute. And I've never been anywhere in that area. I believe, yeah, it was Mentor. I was staying in Mentor.
Yep, yep.
And I believe we played in Park Rapids, and then before that we played in Rugby, North Dakota.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, and then Williston, and yeah, it
Well,
was just all over the place.
it's just so funny because Park Rapids, a friend of mine who is also a musician lives there. Her band is out of that town, and we've had her on the show a couple times.
Cool.
My sister lives in Williston. She has a massage therapy business there. I mean, and it's just so I'm just so bummed I wasn't able to connect with
Oh,
you, and I didn't know about you until after you already passed through. And see, that's one of the reasons I do this show because
yes.
there's so many people out there that are that should be known.
Thank
that
you.
deserve that deserve their stories shared and their voice shared
Oh,
or their gift shared.
thank you for
Uh,
saying that. Yeah, I mean, we're coming back out to the Midwest for another tour in February and March. So we have a lot of dates, um, that are available on my website, lauraauer.com, right on the main page. So you could see everything there, where all the little towns that we're going to. So we're going back out again. So I
okay,
don't,
well, maybe
yeah.
see, I'm going to tell you quick because I only have so long to hear your story. I started this podcast because I was dating a blues musician named Little Bobby, and he was all about supporting musicians and supporting live music and getting it out to the
Oh,
kids. And he passed away last year,
oh, I'm so sorry.
and
Oh, wow.
I decided I was going to continue with the podcast to carry on his legacies.
That's beautiful.
And I don't know, one of his band members is normally a big time follower here. I'm not sure if he's watching right now. Called him Uncle Polly. He was part of Bobby's band for a while. Yeah. Oh, just a
Goose
blur.
goosebumps.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was a keyboardist, and well, he
Beautiful.
played the organ, and oh my goodness, this man, like his hands just flew, like they were just a blur,
Yeah, yeah.
And then, I mean, we've got some solid followers. We've got very faithful watchers. We also have a
It's
bunch of people
incredible.
that are all over all the other platforms we're on. So we're on a bunch of platforms, so we can get everything out there,
That's incredible. Great
uh,
job.
and that's why we keep it clean and everything. No drinking, smoking, swearing. So we can keep our PG rating to get your story out to the kids. So let's get into your story.
Sure.
So how how did you start this? Like, what made you want to get into music? What was your inspiration when you were growing up?
So, um, I am a Philly Italian girl, born about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia. And my mother's side of my family is Italian, and my papa and my mama on my mother's side, our last name was Promiscuo. There's a lot of promiscuos. Yeah. It actually was my stage name for a long time. I used to put music out under Laura Promiscuo,
Oh,
to honor my papa because he had the most incredible operatic voice I've ever heard, but he never had a lick of training. He would always say, you know, like, we used to eat dandelion soup for dinner and, all of that stuff. And, um, he didn't have the money or the means to study music as a kid, but he had this huge voice. And so did he just happened to marry my mom, who also had an incredible operatic soprano voice, who also never had any training. And my aunts can sing, but like nobody trained in my family, but it's just in our blood. And I just got lucky that it fell to me. And so I do tell this story in our show, in the Aria Nouveau tour that I was just talking about. I say how important it was for my pop-up to recognize that in me. He would say, Laura, you are a singer. He would like look at me and he just knew. And I was so shy as a kid. I think because I knew deep down that it was in there, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. Um, and a lot of kids do, a lot of young people, they know that they have something in there, and it's just so scary that, it takes a long time to let that come out. So I agreed that I would study music, but I chose an instrument a little less scary. At the time, as a child, I learned the viola and I was in the orchestra. And so, but I'm really glad that I did that because, and my papa, paid for my viola lessons, and he bought me my first musical instrument. And so I did learn the classical music, all the theory and everything through the orchestra. And so technically, I ended up where I started, just on a different instrument because I'm part of the orchestra, just as the soprano um, now. Because at some point in my teenage years, it was coming out like it was just like bubbling to the surface. Like I really knew that I really enjoyed singing, but I was just so shy and so scared. And like one day, I don't know what came over me, but I just decided to sing the national anthem in front of my school athletic team sports and things like that at their games. And I asked my parents for voice lessons, and the rest is history. I finally got the confidence to let it out. And it was very, very fast from there to realize, you know, sometimes you're just born with this beautiful gift. And now that I know it's a gift and not, something to hide, I finally am sharing the stage with incredible musicians and singing the most beautiful songs that I've ever dreamed of. And although my pop-up passed away before he ever saw me sing live on a stage, I know that he's with me. And so we sing a song called The Prayer, which a lot of people love and know very well. It was written by David Foster, and it's about, I'll just give you a little, it's like, I pray you'll be our light and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. And it's just like this beautiful song about singing to those watching over us. So I get a little choked up
Thank
in the
you.
show on that one.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was so sweet.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
and that's I usually try to get my musician guests to bring their instrument. And
Sure.
usually I say, look,
I
you're a
did
singer.
anyway.
You can use the excuse that you forgot your guitar today
True,
or
true, true, true.
your guitar is in the shop. You got your instrument. Speaking of your instrument, and that's a beautiful song, a beautiful voice, a beautiful
Thank you.
story. When was the first time you were singing on stage that you knew this is what yes. Yeah, when did it click for you that singing is why you belonged on the stage?
Okay, that answer or that question has two different answers, if you don't mind.
Give them both.
The the moment that I knew was actually not in a personal experience when I was on stage. It was watching Annie Lennox sing at the Oscars, and I can't remember what year it was, but I was in high school. It was for Into the West from Lord of the Rings. When I saw her perform that on television, she sang to my soul. And I thought, there was something about that song, that melody, that open arrangement. If you listen to the song Into the West by Howard Shore and Annie Lennox, it is the most simplistic, empty, magical song. And her voice just took over every moment of my existence at that time watching her, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. She just mesmerized me. So that was the moment that I knew that because I had just started to sing at the time, and I was like, oh, I want to be that. I want to do that. And I remember telling my parents, I want to be the female Josh Groban, because like I started listening to him at the time and everything. And so, yeah, it was Annie Lennox's performance of that song. She was just on the stage by herself, just opening up the skies with her voice. And then a few years later in college, I finally started to get, I went for classical voice to study opera, but I knew that I actually realized that opera wasn't for me. And I was exploring other genres. Like I always say, literally, you guys, like whoever's listening, I would sing opera by day and then go sing prog rock at night. Like I was in rock bands at the time. I just like once my voice just finally came out, I exploded. I was like, I want to do everything. And I was singing Yes, Led Zeppelin, Queen. I went crazy. And so I was also in a cappella groups at the time, and I got my first solo performance in front of a large audience of Across the Universe. Um, by the Beatles, and we performed that at a large competition, and I just felt so incredibly moved to sing that song. We had like sign language was a part of our um, uh, choreography of that performance. So we did the version from the movie. If anyone has seen the film Across the Universe, there's a gospel version of the song in that film, and I sang that. And so yeah, I did gospel. I did, and then I would go on to after that. I was singing in jazz clubs. I recorded under Laura Promiscuo. I recorded like a folky album. I went all over the place. Like I was just exploring all kinds of genres, and so that led me to really have the confidence when I was practicing and and performing in the bands, like just singing in clubs like night after night and singing all kinds of different genres. I like kind of it just took a while to find my confidence in really what my instrument was, and I think as a vocalist, like, I kind of poo-poo myself about how long it really took me to like find my place. But now that I find, now that I'm there, I really want to encourage people to like use as many years as it takes to find what your voice or what your instrument wants to play, or like what you want to sing and what feels right for you, because I was singing a lot of different stuff, and it just never like I enjoyed it all, but like clearly as a professional it never clicked until I finally not that long ago, after years of being like a singer songwriter, moving to Los Angeles and La La Land out in Hollywood, which is where I am right now. Like I went as far as becoming a top, like we call it a top liner, where you would sing with different producers melodies and write the lyrics, and I just became, yeah, did the whole songwriting thing for a very long time. And then finally in COVID I had like an epiphany, and I realized I really, my voice was dying to go back to my roots in classical music, but not, I just, I always like I didn't want to go as far back as like I did remember that that feeling of opera's not for me, but somewhere in this genre I can find a home for both this pop style of classical music that I like to sing. So that's really what I do now. I like to call it like, or I like to describe it like, and like Ariana Grande has a beautiful song with Andrea Bocelli. It's singing with orchestra, uh, with my full vocal range. Sometimes I use my soprano range, sometimes I don't. But there's this like style I like to call it bel canto, which means beautiful voice. It's a very light, very fluttery, very sensual, soft um, way of singing this type of repertoire, which really, really, I finally just found it. I mean, I've been doing this my whole life, and I just kind of rediscovered that, like in my, you know, in my 30s. So here I am. So that's my little story.
That is so cool. And see, and that's one of the questions I always like to close out an interview with would be, what would you tell kids about if they were thinking about getting into the music industry,
hmm
and it's rough.
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I always, always, always encourage kids, follow your heart no matter where. You don't need to know where it's going to go. I had no idea where I was going all the time. I had no idea that I would meet the people that I met once I finally started really listening to myself. and not letting other people tell me, oh, you should do this, you should do that. This is hard, so perhaps you want to think of a B plan or whatever. When I really believed in myself, I felt this conviction and this almost like a North Star appear out in front of me and told me, my inner voice told me which way to go. And I didn't need to know where. And so along the way, when you truly listen to your inner voice and to your heart, it leads you to places to connect with people and places and things and experiences that you don't know exist. And that your path unfolds out in front of you as it's happening. So just don't worry about, you know, making it or don't worry about the end result ever. Worry about, is this the best art that I can make? Is this the best is this the best uh am I serving my purpose to my audience? Are they enjoying themselves the most that they can? Am I serving my purpose? Is a much more better question to ask. Am I serving my heart? If you
Yes.
feel like you have the the oh God, I want to choose the right word. Mm, because music, you're right.
Wherewithal?
It's hard. But yeah, I want to even say the hunger for doing music specifically, being some sort of musician, because your show is obviously about musicians. So if you have audience members listening that feel really connected to music and they feel like they have something to give, always think about it as that. You're giving something. Not It's not about us,
Yeah.
we're like a vessel. We're just here to serve our communities and
Do not
inspire.
do it for the money because
No,
we'll be very
never.
unhappy. Do it
And
for your
I would
heart.
say yes, and I would say the money follows that.
Yep, yep.
The money
Because if
comes
you're going
anyway.
into it for the money, then you're going into it for all the wrong reasons. If you are
Totally.
doing it because you love it, the love
Yes.
for that is going to come out in your talent. It's going to come out in your gift, and that's what's
Yes.
going to connect your audience to you. We do
Yes.
have a viewer comment. Ian
Yes, true.
says, "Hi Tanya, the music industry is rough. Read your contracts, record deals." Oh yeah,
Um, it is tough. I always say, like, don't be shy to ask people. Find anybody on any level to see if they can answer you and ask them for someone that they know that can read your contracts for you. That's a really important thing. And also, like, don't worry about it so much. People are people, humans are humans. Nobody's trying to screw you over. A lot of musicians feel so precious about their art and they just, hold so tightly. If you just trust a little bit and like let go, the people are not out to get you or not steal from you. Everybody's just trying to help you because if you are a beautiful person and a beautiful artist, they want to help, they want you to be successful. So if you're
absolutely.
not successful, then they aren't either. So you should trust that will always be there too. Yeah.
And when there's somebody you can't trust, usually you can get a good gut feeling about that. But I know
Yes, listen to your gut.
I only have a few more minutes with you. I know you
That's okay, I can keep going, that's fine.
um let's talk about your albums. See
Yeah.
when you have to take off here, what we're going to finish the show with um is we're going to play some of your music. So we're going to play it off your website. So what are we going to see? What are we going to hear? And when we end with that new album, tell me what they are, where they came from.
Sure. Sure. I'm so happy, I mean, to share, my music with you guys. So what I have done so far under the name that I perform as now, Laura Auer, I have rediscovered, as I said, like this, bel canto style of singing. And so when I was ready to re-release music, I wanted to basically take all of my favorite songs that I've been singing for a decade. I mean, it was a long list. It was a long like elimination period because I had like hundreds, right? I couldn't pay for hundreds and hundreds of recordings, but
Right.
um I I chose seven songs for spring, seven songs for summer, seven songs that made me feel like autumn, and seven songs that made me feel like winter. And I created a four-part album series called Seasons. And we were really, really fortunate with the summer album because that landed at the number 8 spot on the Billboard charts in classical crossover. So that is a top 10 Billboard charting album, which I was so excited about. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's Seasons right there. And so I wanted to take all these beautiful songs, everything from like On Winter, which I hope you'll get to hear because it's winter time right now. There's a John Denver song called Aspen Glow. I believe it's not track number 1. You would never, ever know it's John Denver, ever. We wanted to create these like new arrangements, that like it's everything from that to I have a Lord of the Rings song called In Dreams. You can tell I'm a Lord of the Rings freak. On Winter, and then also like some opera arias that I love to sing. There's some jazz standards. We just released, this is separate from the Seasons project, but I've been releasing music with a tenor called, his name is John Risen, and he and I are touring together in this Aria Nouveau little crossover duo show. Blah, blah, blah. And so we just released a song called La Vie en Rose, which is a beautiful jazz standard. So I just took all these songs from all these different genres, but I put a classical music undertone like in the foundation of the music and the arrangements, and had like lush orchestra like on everything. And that's kind of what ties it together for me, and that's what opened my voice in the way that it did, and allowed me to sing the way I've always wanted to. And so I'm really, really excited to share the winter album with you guys. Hopefully you can listen to that as we go through the holiday season and after, because it's not about the holiday itself or any religious context. It's just beautiful wintry music, sort of like, Sting does that a lot. He's great. I love Sting's winter albums. So like you can continue listening to March, there's nothing, it's just wintry in feeling. And so yeah, you guys can listen to the Seasons project. And like I said, the latest release just came out on Friday called La Vie en Rose.
That's awesome. So how much? Uh, so you're talking about a lot of these covers. How much of your original work is on these albums?
Zero.
Really? Okay.
It's
Huh?
coming soon.
Yes, because you
That's
did mention that you were a singer-songwriter. So I was like, uh,
Yeah, so I had
I want to hear Laura's. I mean, I do want to hear
oh
Laura's version of other people's
yeah,
stuff too,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
know you put such a spin on this and you make it so different. Like you don't even recognize that it is this other song. I mean, this
right,
is, it
right.
sounds like Laura, you know?
Yes, yes. And on I think it's on the autumn. I think it's on Autumn. There's Roberta Flack's First Time Ever Saw Your Face. I sing that with a beautiful classical guitar arrangement, and then we end up singing in French at the end of the song. So I love to
Oh,
do, there's, I got to put a twist on everything, So definitely, I appreciate that you like the versions of other songs that you may recognize, but maybe in a new way. But also, you're right, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs that are originals. Um, I did have a lot of a journey with talk about the record industry with those. So yeah, originals is a little bit of a different story, but I'm really hoping that in the near future I will be able to start releasing original music again.
oh,
And
I hope so. I hope so.
yeah,
I
I
can't.
I have a record that I produced over the course of a very, very long time that most of my current audience today has never heard. I only released a few of those from this whole, like I literally have a record sitting on on my computer at home. Like, I'm not joking. It's so sad. So I'm hoping it's called Reservoir. And we have this beautiful imagery of like underwater photography. And like, so if you ever see some of that stuff coming out, those are originals, baby. They're coming.
Yeah, you got some good photography, some good artwork on your on design on there. Who does
Thank
that for you?
you.
Do you do
Me.
that?
No, I obviously work with an incredible photographer. His name is Nontron, and so I love his work, and then I kind of take it and I put like, I do a lot of coloring and things to it to make it ethereal and magical and all of that stuff. So I really enjoy all of that. So yeah, yeah.
Upcoming area show, March 2nd in Fergus Falls. Look at that. See, I got a great producer, don't I? I mean, this guy, he's on top of
Oh,
it. He's
thank
popped up your
you.
he's popped up your website. I don't know how many times now.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
awesome. Give yourself
yeah.
another raise, will ya? Yeah, that's an inside joke. Um,
So, yeah, so I hope that everybody can enjoy the music that brought me back to the classical crossover kind of area, like as a pop singer that has this classical undertone to it. And then hopefully, I mean, the record that I would love to release is just straight, like it's like a mixture of like Sting meets Shakira meets Sade. It's like very adult contemporary, kind of like low tempo, but like we used a lot of symphonic along with the orchestra and the strings, and like lots of drama. People say it reminds them of Lana Del Rey a little bit. So there's like elements of like just high drama coming out soon, hopefully. So
oh, and see, you're talking about all these. Okay, Roberta Flack. What is there's the song Nora Jones did. It was Roberta Flack,
yes,
wasn't it?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I love
Um,
her.
I love them both. I mean, and see, that's how I got into singing. That's the reason I started singing was because, well, no, I started singing. That's a long story. You can probably find it on the podcast. Go on littlebobbybuzz.com and find where my producer is interviewing me.
Oh, how fun.
Yes, yes, it
I
was.
can't wait.
I was like, you want to do what now? Because I
I can already tell you have a beautiful smoky voice.
I did. Oh, stop. It's actually yes, normally, but it's normally not this rough. I'm definitely
It's
not
from
straddle, but I'm
it's from the heart. It's from the soul.
yeah, and it's from the cigarette smoke too, a little bit.
Oh,
I
so
don't want to keep you much longer. I know you got stuff to do, but I want to make sure we have time for our ads, and I want to make sure that we have time to play your music. So there's about 22, and we were gonna play a couple little Bobby shows starting the show off because
yay.
we finally have permission again to use his music on the show, which
Wonderful.
I mean it's the little Bobby Buzz. I mean
Mm,
I don't know why they had a problem with it. It was legal stuff, it was their lawyers just like yeah no because he didn't realize we're not monetized.
right.
We're not making money off of his music. We're getting, if anything, we're getting people to listen to his music.
It's beautiful. And I
That
really
makes
just wanted to say thank you for doing what you're doing for people and your community.
I thank you very much, Laura. I appreciate I appreciate the appreciation.
Well, if you have some time to play Aspen Glow, that's one of my favorites by
Okay.
John Denver. He's one of my favorites in the songwriters. I just think his songs are so simplistic and so to the heart. That's a good one. And then there's another song called Walking in the Air, which is from the original Snowman little cartoon. If anybody watches that, it was narrated by David Bowie. That's a Christmas tradition we always watch every year. It's an animated short with his narration. So that is a very famous song from that film. That's also on my winter album too.
I'm gonna have to look that up now. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Oh, oh, I love that film. Yeah, check out The Snowman.
Okay. The Snowman.
and the song Walking in the Air. Yeah. I have, if you can just go on YouTube and you can type in Laura Auer Walking in the Air, and I have a music video which includes snippets of the original animation. So you can see it's very, very lovely.
All
Yeah, it's
right.
magical.
Well, I'm gonna close out this our part of the show anyway, saying
Sure.
okay, the Fergus Falls show, that's actually at a church.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeremy just did let me know that we do have Walking in the Air queued up to play too.
Amazing.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
for being
Jeremy.
here.
Thank you
You were
so much.
you're so awesome. Thank you for sharing your story with everyone. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for your
Tanya.
sharing your beautiful gift with the world.
Of course,
And
I have to now.
keep the music alive, everybody. Thanks for tuning
Absolutely.
in. Stay tuned and listen to all of Laura's music, and then you can go look it up for yourself. Until next week, keep the music alive.
Bye.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks' best source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. You know, Grand Forks' best source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks' best source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks' best source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks' best source, giving the Forks their identity again.
Pioneer 90.1 is a radio station like none other. Local people get to host their own shows, sharing music not heard on other stations. We partner with area nonprofits to present community events like Riverfest. As a non-commercial service, we rely on listeners like you to help us grow this one-of-a-kind radio station, made just for our community. Thank you for your donation.
It's that time of year again. The CPKC Holiday Train is back. Come celebrate the holidays and cheer on this year's amazing lineup of artists. Featuring Smash Mouth, Bare Naked Ladies, JJ Wild, Lanco, Tierra Kennedy, Dylan Marlowe, American Authors, Jade Eagleson, Tegan Gates, Pink Beard, Brittany Kennel, and Tyler Shaw. We can't wait to see you. Come out to a show to support your local food bank. Go to cpkcr.com for more info.
Visit littlebobbybuzz.com, your source for Little Bobby merch and music. Keep up with the bar and don't forget about the buzz with Mama T. That's littlebobbybuzz.com.
back again. We're walking in the air, we're floating in the moonlit sky. The people far below are sleeping as we fly. I'm holding very tight, I'm riding in the midnight blue. I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. Far across the world, the villages go by like trees. The rivers and the hills, the forests and the streams. Children gaze open-mouthed, taken by surprise. Nobody down below believes their eyes. We're surfing in the air, we're swimming in the frozen sky. We're drifting over icy mountains floating by. Suddenly, swooping low on an ocean deep, rousing up a mighty monster from his sleep. We're walking in the air, we're dancing in the midnight sky, and everyone who sees us greets us as we fly. Des yeux qui vont baiser les miens, en rire qui se berce sa bouche. Voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon corps qui bat.
I thought that love was just a word they sang about in songs I heard. It took your kisses to reveal that I was wrong and love is real. Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic spell you cast. This is La Vie en Rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see La Vie en Rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be La Vie en Rose.
When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see La Vie en Rose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause.
And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me,
And life will always be
La Vie en Rose. La Vie en Rose.
See the sunlight through the pine, taste the warmth of winter wine, dream of softly falling snow. Winter's cold has been blown as the winter days unfold. Hearts grow warmer with the cold. Peace of mind is all you know. Winter's cold has been blown. Aspen is the life to live. See how much there is to give. See how strongly you believe. See how much you'll never see. Smiling faces all around. Laughter is the only sound. Memories that cannot grow old. Winter's cold has been blown. See how strongly you believe. See how much you made me see. See the sunlight through the pores. Taste the warmth of winter wine. Dream of softly falling snow. Winter's scold has been gone.
Today's episode is sponsored in part by Grand Forks Best Source. They're a cutting-edge local media broadcasting studio with captivating shows, on-location event coverage, and unparalleled advertising opportunities. Grand Forks Best Source has become a haven for podcasters like me seeking to bring their visions alive. If you're a podcaster looking for studio or platform, or a local business seeking to advertise, go ahead and email Paul at local@gfbestsource.com. You can call him at 701-740-9337, or you can go to their website that's listed on your screen there, gfbestsource.com. Tell them Mama T sent you.